And so the season began.
A very promising position conceded by Tom Lees.
Saved his fair share of penalties in the European Championships.
What about that? A quality goal.
Green through here. Woods makes the save. But here's Dane Whitehouse. It's 1-0 to Sheffield United.
Dean against Schmeichel. No problem.
This crossing by Bray, but it's in! And the volley, and it's in from Sherman!
Hello and welcome to the Red Cassette, where in today's video, well, I think it goes without saying, you can see the shirts. It's time to have a look at the retro remakes in person. So, Friday the 15th came along, we jumped in the car, we went down to Meadowhall, got in the queue for the shop, the really massive queue. We had our little time slot with the tickets, queued for a while, saw all the retro range, which were mugs, key rings and a special scarf of this that was made as an homage to this shirt. It had the badges, the laver, and the stripes. So yeah, we obviously got my picture with two legends, Carl Bradshaw and Dane Whitehouse, which was a real shock. It was supposed to be Mitch Ward, but we ended up with a bit of an upgrade. No disrespect to Mitch Ward, it's just Dane Whitehouse is a true United legend.
But here's Dane Whitehouse. It's 1-0 to Sheffield United. They've taken the lead in this derby match.
You know, United born and bred, he was a fan, came through the system, and obviously you've got Carl Bradshaw, who, although he played for the other side, I feel like he more than made up for it during his time at United. So that was a great thing to meet both of them two. Was slightly surprised that I was taller than them both, but then again, I think the footballers always look a bit taller on the pitch. So, forget about all that. What do we think of the actual shirts? That's the burning question that I'm sure you're all asking. Overall, these are ridiculously good remakes. I mean, compared to the originals, there's very little to take them apart. So the only differences that I could notice are obviously the Umbro badges are missing, which is, to be fair, isn't a difference with this one because the Umbro badge fell off a few years ago in the wash. But obviously there is an Umbro badge still on this shirt. Those are missing off this. But that's not a big thing. You can actually get replacement ones and you can heat press them on. So that's not too much of an issue if you're willing to invest, I think, about £4.75. They're on eBay. I'm sure you'll be able to find them. There'll probably be a link in the description for those. Different tags, obviously. You know, there's not going to be Umbro tags, are they? They're these Sheffield United retro tags, which I think are really cool. Most clubs just tend to have score draw written on in the tag with their club badge, so it was interesting to see that. In fact, the only place that you can actually find that Score Draw made the shirts is on the price tags and on the bags that they come in. So generally the colours are a bit nicer, they're a bit more vibrant. Obviously 30 years of fade have happened to these two. If anyone was at the Stoke game, I'm sure they will have probably noticed that too. These look a hell of a lot more vibrant, as well as this. These look a hell of a lot more vibrant remade than the originals do, but then again, obviously you've got 30 years worth of fade. To be fair, when I did compare the home shirt and this shirt here, the colours haven't faded too badly on this, so I think generally they've done a good job. The main area of difference was that the yellow outline around the Laver logo was a lot more yellow. It was very, very bright, so that's the main difference there. And also, the fabric is a little bit different. It feels a little bit different. It feels a lot more silky, if I'm honest. It feels a lot more better quality. It feels thicker slightly. It's generally, but they look exactly the same. You know, these two. I think this one was going to always be the hardest to get right, and under the same light, you can barely tell the difference. It's quite remarkable, really, how well they've done at making these look the same. Obviously the Laver logo is missing off this one because this never actually had a Laver logo on it, although some did, so I'm not quite sure how that works. But yeah, colour wise they've done a massively good job at getting that right, and even down to that 90s sheen or whatever. It's hard to describe, but they have like a texture almost to them, that where the light plays off certain bits more than other bits, and it creates the V's in this, and obviously the like, I don't know what you even call them, the wiggly bits on this one. So they've done a great job of capturing the looks of the shirt through the fabric. And something else that I noticed is they definitely do have the old-fashioned football shirt static, where if you take them off, sometimes you'll hear it crackle. And if you're in a dark room, it may well light up the room with all the static electricity that does come off you. So they've done a very good job of emulating it. Another difference that I've seen between both of them is they do fit bigger. This is a medium, and it more or less matches. I think it's a little bit smaller width-wise than a large original, because I think that's a large original. So they are a bit bigger than the sizes. I know I tried on a medium of this shirt. This is a medium as well, and it was bigger. The new one is bigger. Slightly longer sleeves. Generally, they do fit bigger. So, main differences I found with the actual the home shirt itself was the laces are slightly thicker on the new one, and that's about it. There's nothing much really. They're generally, in terms of a production run, they're a lot more consistent than newer ones, because you don't get the middle being slightly off like you do with the old ones. You may notice every single one of the original ones is slightly different, because the stripes are at a slightly different point on the shirt, which did annoy some people. But they've pretty much solved that with the new with the remake, so that's not something to worry about. They're all perfect. They're all going to have the red stripe perfectly down the middle. And in terms of differences between the new away and the original away is literally the badge. It feels a bit better quality. It feels a bit thicker. Feels a bit better stuck on. It's hard to tell. And obviously the laver is on this version, although obviously it was put on a lot of sold ones back in the day, although mine didn't have it on originally. Overall, a fantastic job. As I said earlier, a little bit towards the high end of the price guide that I think most people would have liked to have seen, but to be honest, it didn't put people off, because there were people buying their quota of two per person. There were people walking around with 3 of these in a bag and 1 of those, so there was plenty of sales going on there. And the next day, on the Saturday before the Stoke game, they released them online about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. This sold out completely in less than an hour, and I think this had pretty much sold out in about 3 hours. Sorry to interrupt myself there, but the club did release some more on Monday night, but naturally these sold out very fast again. However, this may indicate that they might go on sale again soon. We'll just have to see. So I think hopefully the club will see this as a massive success, which it has been, and I hope to see more retro remake shirts being done in the future. I'm sure there's some crackers that we'd all love to see. So while you're here, stick in the comments which shirt that you'd like to see remade, for a bit of audience participation. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm looking forward very much to making a few more of these videos about a few more retro remake shirts very soon. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I shall see you again soon. Ta-ra.
Woods doesn't get to it, it's gone in. Little John says that he got the last touch.
Wow, I'm not so sure Brian Dean will be too pleased about that. Certainly feel it did hit Adrian Littlejohn, but I think we'll see here